Welcome back to Romance in the Woe. This is your girl Charlie. Today I'm going to do a romantic comedy. This is How to Vex a Vampire by Alex Winters. Hit it!
Grab yourself a book, turn the lights down low. It's time, everybody, for Romance in the Woe.
How to Vex a Vampire by Alex Winters is a romantic comedy. It involves vampires and humans. And now the backstory is, at this point, vampires have integrated with the humans, right? And sorry. And so you'll have, vampires as your neighbors, your co-workers, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, there's always some humans who don't agree with it and some vampires who don't agree with it. But the story's about Finnegan. Now, Finn is a homicide detective, and he kind of has a backstory where he was brought up by his junkie mom. He never knew his father, and when he was 16, he was stalked by a vampire. Now, the vampire ended up kidnapping him and torturing him, even through all this horrible stuff. But now, Finn, years later, he's a homicide detective, and he is like this funny, hilarious guy. He has a heart of gold. He's so sweet. Like, no one has a unkind word to say about him because he makes you love him, basically. So, and he was adopted by a vampire who actually was the father of his sister, who's part vampire, part human. Now, the thing with that is not really common. Most vampire and humans can't have babies together. And also, no vampires are allowed to turn a human now. If you do, it's illegal. And you can spend the rest of your life, eternity, of course, if you're a vampire, in prison. So, it's not common. So, at this point in Finn's life, he's in his late 20s. And he knows that the vampire is out there. Now, the issue with the vampire that stalked him from his past was that he never was able to see him. So he could never identify him. He doesn't know his name. He doesn't even know what he looks like. So, but he can sense him now because all the experiments that the vampire did on him, he can sense when he's nearby. And he wants it to end, of course. You have a stalker, you want it to stop. But also a situation where he wants the vampire to pay for what he did to him because it traumatized him. It really hurt him. And though Finn kind of covers it over with laughter and his sweetness, he really was traumatized by it. So what he decides to do is he's going to join the vampire squad. So think of it as you have the human police, and then you have the VRC, which is the vampire squad, which is all run by vampires who deal with all the vampire matters. Because human police deal with the human matters, vampire police deal with the vampire matters. So he ends up joining, and not everyone is thrilled about it, especially Marcus Church, who's kind of like the leader of the squad. And Marcus is he's an older vampire. He's very stern. He's kind of cold. He's someone that intimidates most people, but they also respect him because he's very good at what he does. And there was just something about Marcus that you love from jump. I was like hooked on Marcus Church from jump. And he tolerates Finn in the beginning. Now, he's met Finn in the past. And Finn is all about, I'm going to be a part of the squad. And Marcus and him are together. And Marcus can tell that, of course, that Finn has been injured in the past. He doesn't bother him because look at his history with all the illnesses and things like that and the plagues and whatever. So Marcus is a very interesting character because he ends up in a way kind of accepting Finn and liking Finn, and maybe a little bit more. Okay, a lot more. How their relationship builds is really interesting and actually is quite hilarious. Finn is a hoot. You're gonna love him. If you love romantic comedies, you're definitely gonna love this. Because the thing that Finn does is just if you don't like him, he's going to make you like him, regardless of what you want. Like Alexei is one of the partners there, who's kind of this gruff Russian vampire, but they have become like besties. It's beautiful. It's really hilarious. And the case that they end up falling on to is that there's this drug out there that vampires are getting hold of. And it makes them very aggressive. And they basically become very addicted to it. And it's basically like a human's heroin. But when vampires get it, they become aggressive. They want to hurt humans. They want to get their blood. But they'll do anything for that drug. Like they can't get off of it. They're totally addicted to it. So the squad's point is that they have to go out there, they have to find this drug, have to find out who's distributing it, how's it getting out there, and they got to make it stop because of course so many people are dying. But also now there's this whole war between the humans and vampires. The humans are like, why are you letting this happen? You're not doing anything to stop it. So you got that going on. And then, of course, we have to deal with Finn Stalker. What's going to happen? Is he going to get Finn? Is Marcus going to protect Finn? And then, of course, what about the relationship between Marcus and Finn? Where does it go? Is it going to go anywhere? Is Marcus going to have feelings? This is a very interesting story, and it's actually a series. There's actually 5 books in it so far. I'm hoping for book 6, which Alice Winters, if you're watching this, please do book 6 soon. I'm totally addicted to all these books, and you'll probably hear more about them soon. So this is How to Vex a Vampire by Alice Winters. It's a romantic comedy between a human man and a vampire. And if you like vampires, like romantic comedies, you're gonna love this book. And this series is just, it gets better with each book, if you can actually believe that. So this is it for today. It's for Romancing the Woe. I'm your Charlie, and this is Veruca. And if you have any books you want me to read, please put it in the comment section. I love finding new books, new authors to read about, and to talk about, and whatever. And if you really like it, please subscribe. And I'll give a shout out to our sponsor, which is Derby City T-shirts. You can find them on Etsy. They provided me with this lovely T-shirt for free. So until next time, see ya.